Hello and welcome to this new announcement from EFE Road, coming to you from the London Bus Museum Spring Gathering event here at the famous Brooklands Racing Circuit. Now, it's been a very busy year for EFE Road so far, seeing the announcement and the arrival of our highly anticipated Leyland Atlantean Sea Dog models. Now, these have now arrived in stock and have been sent out to retailers in the last couple of weeks. So to find your nearest retailer and to order yours, why not visit the Bachmann website at the address below. So the question is, how are we going to follow the Sea Dogs? Well, we're sticking with the Leyland theme for something truly titanic. Well, if you haven't already guessed, it's the Leyland B15 Titan, of which over 1,000 were built between 1977 and 1984. The B15, or the Titan as it became known, was conceived in 1973 as a modern replacement for ageing bus types such as the Bristol VRT and Leyland's own Atlantean. The idea was to employ the standardised and integral construction techniques so successfully used on the Leyland National. The B15 was a little over 31 feet long, 8 foot 2 inches wide and 14 feet high. The design was heavily influenced by London Transport's requirements, hence the reason for having dual or single door versions available. In fact, 2 of the 5 prototypes built were actually tested by London Transport. After extensive testing of the prototypes, production got underway at Park Royal Vehicles, with the first bus entering service in August 1978. Unlike the prototypes, the production versions were fitted with the Gardner 6 LXB engine, although some versions were also fitted with Leyland's L11 and TL11 engines. All were vertically mounted at the back end. Unfortunately, production was hampered by delays, along with the closure of Park Royal and the transfer of production to Leyland's Workington factory. This resulted in quite a number of orders being cancelled, so that London Transport became almost a sole customer for the Titan. Yet despite this shaky start, the Titan was very well liked and gave great service across London and elsewhere until withdrawals began in 1992. Many Titans went on to find use elsewhere, with around 400 ending up on Merseyside, while other operators such as Kinchbus of Loughborough took several. Those in London continued in service with the likes of London and Country and London Coaches, although numbers depleted after privatisation, and most had disappeared from the London streets in the early 2000s. In fact, most had gone nationwide by 2013. But the story does not end there, as we'll find out soon. Before we do, let's take a look at our new models.
The 4 new models are based on the exclusive first edition's dual-door Titan tooling. Each is finished in a highly detailed livery never before seen on an EFE Titan, and which represent their full-size counterparts as operating during the 1990s, both within and outside of London. First up is registration CUL167V, a 1980-built Titan that was formerly London Transport's T167. It is presented in its 1994 condition as London and Country's Fleet number 911 and finished in London and Country's distinctive two-tone green, complete with London Transport service stickers. The model carries Route 188 to Euston blinds. KYV 343X went new to London Regional Transport in November 1981. Our model depicts it as running on London Coach's 24-hour Route 52 during 1994 and wearing a striking red and white livery with Route 52 map branding on the sides. Route 52 blinds are also carried with a Victoria destination. Many will remember the Route D1 Docklands Express that linked Waterloo with the Isle of Dogs during the 1990s, and this service is the basis of our next Titan. Registration A827 SUL, Fleet number T827, was built in 1983, although our model shows it as running a decade later with London Forest and carrying full Docklands Express branding. This model continues the London Termini theme with its Waterloo Station destination. 1981 built KYV 371X, formerly LT's number T371, was one of a number of Titans sold to GK Kinch of Barrow near Loughborough following withdrawal from the capital. Our model depicts it in its circa 1994 guise wearing full Kinch Bus blue and yellow paintwork as working service 126 to Leicester, Loughborough and Shepshed via Allen Moss Road. The 4 models come in the standard EFE road display case and have an RRP of £46.95.
As mentioned earlier, the withdrawal and retirement of the Titans was not the end of the story, and many ended up in the hands of enthusiasts and museums. Now, one such organisation is the Bromley Bus Preservation Group, and I'm joined by Stu Boxall, who's going to tell us a little bit more about it. So, Stu, how long's the group been going?
Almost 25 years now.
25?
Yeah.
Wow. And how's it actually formed as a group?
It's basically a group of friends.
Right.
We found ourselves all working for Metrobus of Orpington in Kent, and we all shared the common interest, which was bus preservation.
Yeah.
Some of us already owned buses, others didn't.
Right.
It's literally evolved from that.
Wow.
More people, more friends,
Yeah.
we all know each other, and more buses.
So there's quite a lot of buses in the group. How many, roughly?
Nearly now 200.
200.
We're on about 180, 185.
Where do you keep them all?
Various locations, mainly old farms, few on industrial estates, all dotted around the south of London,
Yeah.
around the M25 area.
And is it more the modern era buses? You've got no sort of vintage
Yeah,
as such?
absolutely. The age profile of the guys in the group basically leans towards that sort of vehicle.
Right.
So there's a generation above us that have got the half cabs. We've sort of stepped up and we're preserving the modern stuff.
That's brilliant.
The boxes on wheels.
Yeah.
But we like them.
But somebody's got to, haven't they? Yeah.
Someone's got to. There's been a lot that has been lost because people haven't looked out for vehicles like that.
Yeah.
So we have tried, since we started doing preservation, to ensure that everything's got a place.
Brilliant. So it sounds like more of an informal group rather than with a board of directors or anything like that.
There's nothing like that at all.
Right.
As I said, we all know each other. Most of us, if not all of us, are friends. Most of us, if not all of us, have worked with each other at some point.
That's brilliant.
And
So how you financed though as a group?
Privately,
Right.
we all finance our own vehicles.
Oh really?
We pay rent to the landlord,
Yeah.
and we pay for the maintenance and the running costs. It's all done on an individual basis.
Wow.
The vehicles are owned by the owners,
Yeah.
and they pay for them.
So the ones you have restored and the ones that are running, where do you show them? Do you do running days and things?
Yeah, we do the static bus events like Brooklands.
Yeah.
We do the running days in our area. It'd be things like East Grinstead, and we go further afield.
Yeah, is it right that you go over to the Isle of Wight each
Yeah.
year?
We absolutely love it over there.
Yeah.
The White Rider event, we've been going for years. We know people over there, friends, family and work colleagues. We love the island. It's actually now become a busman's holiday.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of us go and a lot of buses go.
Yeah.
It's really enjoyable and the show is so well organised. We're there every year.
That's amazing. Yeah, we went last year and we really enjoyed it. I take it the collection is still growing then? You'll
Yeah.
always be adding to it when things come up?
One thing about the guys in the group is they never seem to be happy with just owning one bus. And very soon it's like a disease, but a nice disease.
Yeah.
You know, it grows on you. We've got hardly anybody in the group that just owns one bus.
No.
We're all multiple vehicle owners.
Well, obviously, the Titan we're on today is part of the group. How
Yes.
many other Titans have you got? Have you got more?
We have got 10 at least, yeah, in various forms of restoration.
That's fantastic.
This one's a runner. We've got others that are in bits.
So how many do you take out, roughly? Do you know?
Normally, we got 3 or 4 Titans that would go to an event. That's the sort of figure that we're aiming for with the Titans,
Yeah.
to keep 3 or 4 on the road at any one go.
Of which some will be at Brooklands this weekend with us.
Absolutely. We're aiming for 4 at Brooklands.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time, Stu.
Thanks, Gary.
That's really good.
Cheers.
Well, there you have it, 4 new Leyland Titan models from EFE Road. If you're coming to the Spring Gathering event today, do stop by our marquee and say hello and see the Titan models up close for yourself. Now, our next announcement is going to be in August, but in the meantime, please join us for the Batman British Railway announcements at 9:30 AM on Wednesday the 7th of May. Hopefully, see you there.